Yo, 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 what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Casties. It is the end of year awards for the Bullet Cast 2025. I am the microphone Messiah, Phillip Antoine, joined by the Canadian Destroyer, BT Brandon Tanguma. You can see us. You can see us. Huh? Brandon, what's going on, man?
What up, everyone? I put on my best fits, aka a hoodie and a beanie with my little blue light gimmicks on. So we're here, another year, 2025 in the
Yes, yes.
books. Was that like 10 years almost? Is like next year gonna be like a 10 year? When's our 10-year anniversary, Philip?
2027.
Oh,
So
damn.
yeah. 9 years. What what February? Yeah, then 2027 is 10 years. It's crazy. Crazy time to be alive, guys. But we are here nonetheless to recap the year that was World Wrestling Entertainment, AEW, New Japan, AAA, all of it, pro wrestling, all of it, all of it. All right, so with that being said, let's get to her, huh?
Let's get it.
Yes. But Brandon, I mean, before we get into it, overall thoughts about the year that was.
I mean, it was an interesting year. I mean, last year, 24 might be seen as one of the greatest wrestling years since the Attitude Era, just from a business perspective, a storyline perspective with the culmination of Cody and Roman. I mean, 25 is going to be the year of John Cena's retirement, and I think 25 is a pivotal year in terms of what WWE looks like going forward. Just strictly talking WWE right now, because last year was so great; they were on the come up. 25, I mean, storyline wise, wasn't the best year. They still were financially successful. How much of that was the holdover from last year? I've seen people kind of maybe make this like the 98, like WCW 1998, to where, financially it was good, but you can kind of see the cracks starting to show. I think 26 with no Cena, there's doesn't seem like there's that golden bullet in the chamber that they could kind of pull out for WrestleMania. So, um, I think a down year for WWE, but overall the wrestling world is still strong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before we get into that, some of the wrestlers that we lost this year in the world of professional wrestling. Steve Mongo McMichael, Sabu, Black Bart, uh, Bob Caudle. Uh, there's some of these other ones we've never talked about, man. Robert Horn. And then of course, we didn't mention it when it happened, but Hulk Hogan passed away this year.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So yes, RIP to those we have lost and the other talent that left us in this business that we never got to this year. May they forever rest in peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, off of the somber note, it's time to get to it. Um, the Casties. It's only 10 awards this time. We had to shorten it up. We normally do a little bit more. Remember that one year when we had like 15 awards, 20 awards? It was crazy.
Brother. I mean, remember the year where, we might, to be honest, maybe we're a little scaled back this year, but we had some special guests join us, and every year we talk about it. It's just maybe that podcast. We all know I can talk a little bit. I can go into these long-winded diatribes,
Oh no,
brother.
that podcast is still going.
Yeah, you guys.
The 2021 or 2022 Bulletcast Awards is still good. It's longer than Mr. T speech. Yeah,
I'm surprised my Zoom membership hasn't expired. All the
right.
cloud storage I got from that.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised there isn't a new form of technology that's out there that's making the waves on this video chat thing to where Zoom didn't crash because of that. But yeah. Nonetheless, let's get into it. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Dry cough and all. We are going to try to get through these awards. So first up, it is going to be the Breakout Star of the Year award. The nominees are Javon Evans, Obafemi, Leon Slater, Sol Ruka, Yu Yuta
Yudasuji.
Suji, Tekla, Harley Cameron, and Kyle Fletcher. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2025 Casties Breakout Star of the Year Award is the ruler, the NXT champion, Oba Femi. Massive year for Oba Femi. Had He's in his second run as NXT champion right now. Dethroned Ricky Starks to win it back. Went out there with the WWE champion Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event and was really holding his own to the match. Really just got thrown out. But yeah, man, Obafemi has been doing some big things. He had a great run as North American champion last year, earlier part of the year, and to go into what he did in 2025 with that NXT championship. All great work, man. What are your thoughts on the ruler being the breakout star?
Congrats to him. I mean, we were putting this stuff together. I was like, huh. I kind of was thinking like maybe 24 was kind of like his breakout year, but no, looking back on it, he won the title. And 25 was really him, in the main event scene of NXT, kind of getting that run with the title. And I kind of thought it came down to two options. It was either Obafemi who won or Kyle Fletcher. And
Kyle Fletcher was the runner-up.
he's a little different in terms of like he's been, in AEW for a little bit, but I thought like 25, this was like a breakout year in terms of him having just fantastic matches. I mean, I know I didn't do the under the radar, but his match with John Moxley at World's End was a fantastic match, by far the best match of the show. And he probably can't be a part of it next year, but I think Kyle Fletcher for AEW, maybe just like wrestling in general, is probably someone to look out for in terms of like who will be one of the top male wrestlers in the next 5 years.
Absolutely, yes. Kyle Fletcher, runner-up here. I don't really tackle into the AEW talk of a lot of things when Brandon's discussing, but Kyle Fletcher is a guy that I have seen do some the best work of his career this year, and I think the sky's the limit for that young man. And yeah, man. With the Continental Classic, him and Mox, they tore that thing up at World's End. We're going to talk about all that stuff next week on the regular episode. But here we are. Next up, Tag Team of the Year Award. The nominees are FTR, New Day, The Mighty Don't Kneel, Young Bucks, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough, The Hardys, The System, Street Profits, and Brodito. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner for the 2025 Tag Team of the Year Award, Matt and Jeff, The Hardys, huh? Look at that. Oh, the runners-up were FTR. In the year of our Lord 2025, the Hardy Boys still winning Tag Team of the Year awards.
I mean, they might win 26. Who knows? If they want to do, one more run, we keep saying the Hardys are done, but they just keep coming back to keep doing their thing.
They're still doing it, brother, and I love it. I love everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, we thought they were gonna ride out into the sunset in AEW. Then we thought, oh, they'll go back to WWE, but they haven't done that yet. They're still in TNA. They won the titles there. They've done some stuff in NXT. Yeah, I mean, shout out the Hardys. Unfortunately, I think overall it might have been kind of a down year for tag teams in general. I think WWE, doesn't really have too much focus on tag teams right now in AEW, despite what they proclaimed early in the year or early in their existence. I think they've kind of taken a step back this year on their
Yeah, because
tag scene.
when was that? Was it 2022 or three when that tag scene was just unreal?
I mean, Lucha Bros, Young Bucks, FTR, Jurassic Express was still going.
Yeah.
But I mean, they still have good matches, but it just doesn't seem like it's as big of a focus as at least they proclaimed what had been in the last few years. So unfortunate because I think tag team wrestling when it's perfect. Honestly, I think tag team wrestling can be better than singles just because of the moving parts and everything that's involved in it.
Oh no, yeah, man. When tag team wrestling is done right, it's some of the most beautiful it's one of the most beautiful things you will ever see, truly. Women's Wrestler of the Year award. Let's get into it. The nominees are Io Sky, Blake Monroe, Stephanie Vaquer, Chris Statlander, Naomi, Mercedes Monet, Jordan Grace, Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, Tony Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Io Sky, the genius of the sky, comes in as the winner of the award. Tiffany Stratton comes in second place. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pick any of these women. I picked Becky Lynch because I felt the work she did with the Intercontinental Championship and elevating Maxine and really getting Lyra to grit her teeth and to get into something was some of the truly remarkable stuff. But I mean, Io Sky. I mean, we look at it earlier in the year. She unseats Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship, goes into WrestleMania with Rhea and Bianca, and has just an unbelievable contest. And then just to continue that work and that momentum and being a big focal of War Games as she always is with everything she does there. Yeah, just congratulations to Io Sky.
Yeah, congrats. I mean, I thought it was between EO for me and Tony Storm because I thought Tony Storm, her character work, the matches she's had in 25, she finally, I think, clicked in terms of having the over the top character and in melting and, making sense in the ring. And I thought she finally put it all together and I thought she had a phenomenal year in 25. And Io Sky, deservingly, I think she has clearly been the best woman wrestler in WWE. You look at the best women's matches and just matches in general in WWE, and I think probably the top 5 to 3 are probably all Io Sky matches. I mean, you talked about the Mania main event, the Rhea one at Evolution. I thought was fantastic. I mean, Io Sky, Io
Yes. Oh,
Shirai has just been
matches.
absolutely phenomenal this year, and congrats.
I mean, yeah. I mean, can't wait to see what happens in the new year with her. I mean, I assume some tag gold victories is in her midst. Has she ever been the tag champ? I mean, I guess we could talk about that when we get to it next week. But yeah, I mean, her and Rhea, that's gonna do some good business. All right, the promo of the year. I love a good promo. I love a good promo, man. It was slim pickings this year, but these are the top ones that stood out. The nominees are Mike Santana, Failure is Not an Option, TNA, October 9th, 2025, leading into his match for the TNA World Championship. Hangman Page, I'm the champion of the effing world, AEW Dynamite, July 16th, 2025. That comes after he defeats John Moxley at All In. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I'm going to be a changed man, AEW Dynamite, September 24th, 2025. And then he comes back and does what he did at World's End. We're going to talk about that. CM Punk, you bald fraud on the March 3rd, 2025 episode of Monday Night Raw, coming off of what happened at Elimination Chamber earlier that week, I believe. And then, of course, the Pipe Bomb 2.0, John Cena's version on SmackDown, March 17th, 2025. Your winner is John Cena's Pipe Bomb. He was in the lead by multiple votes on this one. Yes, John Cena's version of the Pipe Bomb. It had everything. Him sitting up on the apron, resemblant of the stage. Punk lying there through a table, shouting out talent that didn't work there, like Nick Nemeth, Claudio Castagnoli, and Matt Cardona, some of which we saw later on in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Yeah, it was Cena's take on a very pivotal moment in both he and CM Punk's careers. What are your thoughts?
I'm not shocked that this one won promo of the year because when you look back on promos this year, it stands out. It's kind of hard when we go back and try to remember promos that were the best of the year. But I still wasn't like the biggest fan of it. I thought it kind of like not we overuse I think the term buried in terms of stuff like that. But I thought it was hurting CM Punk going into a match that didn't need something like that, and it just kind of seemed a little self indulgent for me. But at the end of the day, I think maybe my words are a little too much, or CM Punk is more Teflon than I think because it seems as though he's bounced back and still just as strong
Yeah,
as he
bro. I
was
mean,
during that point.
he's the world champion right now. I think. I mean, this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what they do. It
Hmm.
was a nod at a pivotal moment of both their careers. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I personally, when it comes to wrestling, I like the promos like the Hangman Page ones where it's just talking about winning a match or coming off of a win
Oh,
and
you
just
don't like
kind
when
of
they take shots at each other? I love that.
I mean that yeah, building up a match and stuff like that can be, but I kind of honestly I like solo promos better than like the back and forth. And the back and forth ones can be good at times, but I think kind of just the flow of like a short 2 to 3 minute promo, just kind of, getting in the zone, like those old 80s promos with, Hogan, Flair, whoever, Dusty, Roddy. Just that's kind of my sweet spot when it comes to promos, I think.
Oh, I got so used to the back and forth. Let's take shots at each other. Those are some of my favorite promos, man. I can list so many that just stick out and they're fun to me. We have different tastes. We have different things that tickle our fancy on the palate. Pause. Yeah, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the OMG moment of the year. This was a long list. This was a long list. So. OMG moment of the year. The nominees are John Cena turns heel, TNA invades NXT, AJ Lee returns to WWE, Paul Heyman's double betrayal at WrestleMania 41, Samoa Joe shockingly wins the AEW World Title, Seth Rollins ruse of the century, Brock Lesnar returns to WWE, Joe Hendry's WrestleMania debut, Darby Allin flaming table, and then Mike Santana wins the TNA title. Ladies and gentlemen, your or not even your nominees, your winner is John Cena turning heel at Elimination Chamber. The Rock wanted Cody's soul, he didn't get it. So the big match, John kicked Cody in the nads, and then boom, gave us one of the best moments in wrestling history.
Not a shock that this one won. I thought this was kind of clear the moment of 25 just because of the historic significance of it. It could also, win WTF moment of the year because of the build up and then lack of follow through on the stories and the execution of the John Cena heel turn, which, you know, we've gone into detail. We talked about it all year. But the moment itself and kind of the anticipation and okay, they're actually doing this was at a very high when it happened. Like, now hindsight's 2020, even though check the tapes, I thought this wasn't a good idea from the start. But the actual moment itself, what probably will be the top moment of 2025, even though it's, people are going to look back and say, like, all right, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I've been watching. I watched a lot of John's his interviews going into the retirement match, and he's like, I don't live in what ifs, so neither should we, huh? Neither should we.
Yep. If ifs were fifths, we all be drunk.
Neither should we. I'm just saying. But yeah, man. Congratulations, John Cena. Two awards already. Will he win another one? Let's find out, huh? Faction of the Year award. The nominees are the MFTs, Don Callis family, Triangle Madness, the Judgment Day, Los Suavecitos, Bullet Club War Dogs, Wyatt Six, South Pacific Savages. Ladies and gentlemen, the Don Callis family are your winners.
Look at that. Is this the first AEW winner on the list thus far?
I believe so. Yeah.
So,
Shout out to the DC family.
yeah, I mean, Don Callis has been a focal point for AEW for a few years now, but the Don Callis family finally kind of like took shape and kind of like was more of just, a couple guys. It has become kind of comically large, and it's kind of the bit that there's so many people involved in it, but it's not like NWO type where it's kind of like hurting how big it is. And as a faction, I think clearly they've kind of like done the most effective work, I think, all year, just because, storylines and all the different characters they have. And, Takeshita, Okada, Fletcher, those are like the three top guys that will go on to do stuff in 26. And obviously, we're still waiting for Clone and Hologram to get it on.
Yeah,
Nope.
what's up with Hologram? What's up with Holly?
He got hurt, and I think it was
Oh,
like a serious
Jesus.
injury. So as soon as Clone debuted, Hologram got hurt. So that just derailed everything.
People are just getting hurt. One of my kids, she hurt her arm today.
Damn.
Uh oh, I got an update. She has a radius fracture near the elbow. 4 weeks. Oh my God. 4 weeks out. Jesus.
That sounds
Well,
bad, but 4 weeks isn't that bad.
I mean, brother, the way she was screaming today, you may have thought she just broke that thing right off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you say like something fracture, that's like, oh, we're gone. Six
Yeah.
months on the shelf.
Yeah. Or no, it says 4 weeks before recheck.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it might be 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, brother. Hey. All right. Moving on from that. Commentator of the Year award. The nominees are Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, Booker T, Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, Tony Schiavone, James Kincaid, Excalibur, and Tom Hannafin. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Cole has dominated this award, I feel like, for a very long time. But your winner is the five-time WCW champion, Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? Can you?
I mean, I get it, guys. Booker T's fun. He has his bits. He has his sayings. I feel like sometimes he kind of like detracts from the stuff that's going on screen at times. I was a big Wade
Yeah.
Barrett fan. I thought Wade Barrett had a phenomenal year, and
Wade Barrett was the runner-up.
that was my vote. I thought Wade Barrett was great
Wade Barrett is he's done some great work.
all year. Also, back to World's End, Tony Schiavone. My God, he was terrible. He was used car salesman to the nth degree. It was so bad.
No, not Tony Siobhan Vaughn.
It was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Oh, I've never seen anything like this. Like, Tony, we bought the pay-per-view. You don't have to sell us on this. Just
We're
di
watching.
dial it back, buddy. We don't need all that.
We don't need all that.
Anyway, shout out Booker T.
Yes, yes. Sucker. When was Sexy Red on NXT? Was that last year? I feel like that was last year, huh? I
Yeah.
thought for sure like when he was really in the thick of it with the Sexy Red of it all. I thought he was gonna be commentator of the year last year, but I was mistaken. I was mistaken.
Let's see. It says that she May 28th, 2024. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, ladies and gentlemen. The show of the year. Here we go. Your nominees are WrestleMania 41, Wrestle Kingdom 19, TNA Slammiversary, AEW's Double or Nothing, NXT's Deadline, AEW Revolution, WWE SummerSlam, and of course Wrestle Dynasty. I was actually shocked at the winner of this. The winner was WrestleMania 41. I didn't even vote for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean that one is interesting. I
Oh,
wonder.
who did you vote for?
I believe I voted for Shocker. I voted for the AEW and I voted for Double or Nothing. I just
I voted SummerSlam.
I just thought, top to bottom, the best wrestling show of the year. Maybe storylines weren't all there, but I just thought the wrestling was good. And like I said, like it was kind of a down year for WWE, so like the big shows didn't really hit like that. And I agree, if we're gonna vote like a big show, for WWE, I'd probably go SummerSlam
Yeah.
over WrestleMania. I mean, WrestleMania is just like, yeah, there might have been some high points, but Cody Cena, that was bad.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it was intended to be.
the triple threat, it was good action and it set up the vision, so I can't complain too much. I thought triple threat women's match was great, one of the best matches of the year.
What else? What else? What else was on
But then
last?
outside of that, it was like a whole lot of kind of nothing.
Hold on, like Jake and LA Knight, they did their business. That was cool. You had the Joe Hendry, Randy Orton of it all. Okay. What else
I
happened?
mean, Jey Uso won in the opener.
Yeah, Jey Uso won the world championship. There you go. Um, Tiffany and Charlotte was interesting, to say the least. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I thought SummerSlam, from the show that I just remember top to bottom, I feel like that was better to me. But that's neither here nor there. Here we go. Match of the year. This is a big one. This is a big one. The nominees are John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam, the AEW Men's Blood and Guts match, CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Championship at SummerSlam, Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd, AEW Wrestle Dynasty, John Cena versus AJ Styles, Clash in Paris, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, Women's World Title at WrestleMania 41, Shingo Takagi versus Konosuke Takeshita, Wrestle Kingdom 19, Mariah May versus Tony Storm, the Hollywood ending match at AEW Revolution, Mustafa Ali versus Mike Santana, TNA Rebellion, Hangman Page versus Will Ospreay, AEW Double or Nothing Owen Hart Cup Final, and then Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, undisputed WWE title ladder match at the Royal Rumble, which that match was crazy. I looked back at some clips. That match was insane. Uh, who do you think won?
Who do I think won?
Who did you vote for? Then who do you think won?
I voted for Hangman and Ospreay, Double or Nothing. I thought that match was phenomenal. I think it's very rare
It's the runner-up.
in this wrestling business, in the era we're in, for like the finish to kind of not be in question and you could see either person winning. And I thought that was the case in this one. And I think it played into it with the Owen Hart and the all in, yeah, all in title shot on the line. You could see either one of them going up against the Death Rider. So
Yeah.
I thought that match was fantastic. But who I think won, probably, I would probably say Cody and Cena at SummerSlam.
Okay. Before I get into who actually won, I'm looking back at all of these things, man. Mariah May and Tony Storm, they did their business. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun to watch. Kudos to those women. They took third place on this. I voted for Punk and Gunther at SummerSlam. It just felt old school to me. Just the old school beatdown of the big bad heel beating down the grizzled underdog babyface at Punk's stage in his life and career, and to come out on top, just Gunther freaking out over his own blood, and then that's all evidently what cost him, and then we didn't see him for months until he came back and retired John Cena. Just good stuff there. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is John Cena versus AJ Styles Clash in Paris. John Cena with a third award here.
That one kind of shocks me a little bit. Like I said, I thought it'd be Cody and Cena because I thought clearly the Cena Cody match was like the best of his run. I'd like to ask the people who voted for that why they picked that one over the Cody
Yeah,
match, just because I feel like that one has way more stakes to it involved. And this one was just kind of almost an exhibition of sorts of just kind of running it back. And yeah, like it had like the story of them kind of like hitting a lot of other people's moves and stuff like that. But I mean, if we're gonna pick a Cena match, like I said, I think I'd probably go Cody over AJ Styles.
yeah, yeah. So that was the big winner. Uh, you ready for the big one?
The big one.
The last one.
Damn.
We're here already. This may be the quickest award show we've ever done.
We could have fed like 10 of these in the 21 episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could have. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Male Wrestler of the Year award. Your nominees are Main Event Jey Uso, Big Match John Cena, the Ring General Gunther, the Aerial Assassin Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Best in the World CM Punk, Hangman Adam Page, Kenoshine Takeshita, Big Trick Willie Trick Williams, and Mike Santana. Can I get a drum? Can we get a drum roll, please?
I mean, hold on. I have the capabilities if you just give me like 10 seconds
Oh,
to do it. Hold on.
oh, will the people be able to hear it?
Yeah, the people will be here. I do this bit all the time over on Curveballs and Chair Shots. If you know, you
Okay,
know.
okay.
Then we just got to go to the YouTube,
We
and then
have to
we
go to the
click
YouTube.
on. We got to go to the YouTube. Hold on, and we got to. There we
Oh,
go. And we got to click on some things and make sure the volume's turned up. And here we go.
ladies and gentlemen, it is the never seen 17 big match John Cena. 4 for 4 on the Bullet Cast Awards. He is the Male Wrestler of the Year in 2025. The first time Cena's ever won this award since we've done this. So, hey man, congratulations to him. Gunther was the runner-up, and third place is Inosuke Takeshita. So, congratulations to John Cena, man. His last year, he's racking up Bullet Cast Awards. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning, this will be the year of John Cena, the John Cena retirement, and the votes, the casties have spoken that he was. I mean, he was the guy in 25. Like everyone was looking at him. He turned heel. He had the matches. He did everything like that, and he was kind of the reason, for better or for worse, where WWE was and is currently in the year 2025. So I believe I voted for Takeshita. Like I said, I put a lot more emphasis on the in-ring wise. I thought he was fantastic. From a kayfabe perspective, he did win the IWGP Championship. He was a G1 Climax winner. So if you want to go kayfabe, he had a good year in winning titles and winning matches as well. But no shock that John Cena was the overall winner here.
Yeah. Congratulations to big match, John, man. Four for four over here on the BC Awards. You look, because who dominated? Cody won last year, and then I think Roman won like the previous like 2 or 3 years, and then I think Daniel Bryan won like 2 years in a row before that. So, hey, man, it's nice, and we're mixing it up over here with these awards. You love to see it.
John Cena cannot repeat next year. So
You
who
cannot.
will be the male wrestler of the year in 26, which will be an interesting discussion.
Yes.
Will Cody continue his dominance? Will we see a Braun Breaker, you know, emergence? Will someone in AEW, maybe MJF is there? Because MJF wasn't even nominated, which is crazy that in 25, MJF was not even on the ballot because he just was not a part of the company and not wrestling all that much. I would assume he'll be a little bit more in 26, so maybe MJF will at least be on the ballot in
Yeah.
26.
Yeah. I think as 26 goes on, let's keep a record of these matches and moments and promos away when we get to December of 26. We're not scrambling, huh?
That'd probably be a better idea,
Yes. And we'll try to get some more votes, man. Let's get that reach out there, you know. Bulletcast in 2025. We did the weekly recap. Yes, only one interview. Shout out Dave Dutra. Sorry guys, just got kind of busy. Got kind of busy doing some things. If you know, you know. But thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure to serve you guys in doing this. We do it for the love of the game, you know. It's just become a part of our weekly lives at this point. Here we are, what almost 10 years in a couple years, and just every single week the Bulletcast has put out a podcast. This is what I love. This is something that I enjoy. I enjoy being in this medium. And I'm very grateful for that. It helped to get my foot in the door in a lot of places. So this is episode 465, 465 consecutive weeks of doing the damn thing. Thank you guys so much. We will be back next week. We are going to recap Monday Night Raw. We have new tag champions. There's a new AEW champion. Who will be the new world champion? The match that's been set up for 3 stages of hell in Berlin. We're going to talk about all that and more. Thank you guys so much. Have a happy new year. Spend this time with your loved ones. Thank you so much. Be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.